And can you by no drift of circumstance get from him why he puts on this confusion?
He does confess he feels himself distracted. But for what cause, he'll by no means speak.
Nor do we find his word to be sounded, but with the crafty madness keeps aloof when you would bring him onto some confession of his true state.
Did he receive you well?
Most like a gentleman.
But with much forcing of his disposition.
Did he was saying? 20 past time?
Madame, it so fell out that certain players we o'erwrought on the way of these we told. And there did seem in him a kind of joy to hear of it. They are about the court.
'Tis most true. He beseeched me to entreat your majesties to hear and see the matter.
With all my heart, and it doth much content me to hear him so inclined. Good gentlemen, give him further edge and drive his purpose onto these delights.
We shall, my lord.
Sweet Gertrude, leave us too. For we have closely sent for Hamlet hither, and he, as 'twere by accident, here affront Ophelia. And from their exchange we may gather whether it be the afflictions of his love, or know that thus he suffers for.
I shall obey. And for your part, good Ophelia, I do wish your beauties be the happy cause of Hamlet's triumphs. So shall I hope your virtues bring him back to his wonted way, to both your arms.
Madam, I wish it may.
I hear him coming. Let's withdraw, my lord.
To be? Or not to be? That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing, end them. To die. To sleep. No more. And by sleep, we say to end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to. Just a consummation devoutly to be wished, to die, to sleep. To sleep. Perchance to dream. And there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil must give us pause. That's the calamity that makes for such long life. For who would bear the oppressor's wrongs, the whips and scorns of time, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of despised love? When he himself could his quietest make with a bare bodkin. It's hard to know. Fair Ophelia.
Good, my lord. How does your honor for this many a day?
I humbly thank you. Well.
My lord, I have remembrances of yours that I have longed to redeliver. I pray you now receive them.
No, not I. I never gave you aught.
My honored lord, you know right well you did. And with them words of such sweet breath composed as made the things more rich, their perfume lost. Take these again, for to the noble mind, rich gifts wax poor when givers prove unkind. There, my lord.
Are you honest?
My lord?
Are you fair?
What means your lord?
That if you be honest and fair, your honesty should admit no discourse to your beauty.
Could beauty, my lord, have better commerce than with honesty?
Aye, truly. For the power of beauty will sooner transform honesty from what it is to a bod. And the power of honesty can turn beauty into his likeness. This was sometimes a paradox, but now the time gives him proof. I did love you. Once.
Aye, my lord, you made me believe so.
Well, you should not have believed me. I loved you not.
I was the more deceived.
Get thee to another. Why wouldst thou be a breeder of sinners? I am myself indifferent, honest, yet I could accuse me of such things. It would be better my mother had not borne me. What should fellows such as I do, crawling between heaven and earth? We are errant knaves all. Believe none of us. Go thy ways to a nunnery. Where's your mother?
At home, my lord.
Let the doors be shut upon her, that she may play the fool nowhere but in her own house! Farewell.
Oh, help from you, sweet heavens.
If thou dost marry, I'll give thee this plague for thy dowry. Be thou as chaste as ice, as pure as snow, thou shalt not escape calumny. Get thee to a nunnery. Go! Farewell. Or, if thou wilt needs marry a fool, for wise men no will, and for monsters no will I Get thee to a nunnery. Go to, I'll no more on it hath made me mad. I say there shall be no more marriages. Those that are married already, all but one shall stay, the rest shall keep us there. To another. Go!
Oh, what a noble mind is here o'erthrown. Courtiers, soldiers, scholars, aye, tongue, sword. The expectancy and rose of the fair state, the class of fashion and the molds of form. The observed of all observers, quite down. And I, ladies most deject and wretched, that sucked the honey of his music vows, now see that noble and most sovereign reason like sweet bells jangle out of tune and harsh. Oh, woe is me, to have seen what I have seen, see what I see.
Love? His affections do not that way tend. Nor what he spake, though it lacked form a little, was not like madness. There's something settled on his soul o'er which his melancholy sits on brood. He shall happily, with speed to England, the seas and countries different with variable objects, shall expel this something settled matter on his heart, whereon his brain still beating puts him thus from fashion of himself. What think you want?
Shall do well. But I do believe the origin and commencement of his grief sprung from neglected love. Oh, now Ophelia, you need not tell us what Lord Hamlet said. We heard it all. My lord, if you hold it fit, after the play, just Queen Mother all alone entreat him, to show his grief. If she find him not, to England send him, or confine him where your wisdom best shall think.
It shall be so. Madness and great ones must not unwatched go. My lady, I would that the king will hear this piece of work.
And the queen too, and that presently.
If the players make haste. Here, sweet lord, at your service. Horatio, thou art as even as just a man as e'er my conversation coped withal.
My good lord.
Nay, do not think I flatter. For what advancement may I hope from thee when nothing thou hast but thy good spirits to feed and clothe thee? Why should the poor be flattered? Nay, let the candied tongue lick absurd pomp and crick the pregnant hinges of the knee where thrift may follow fawning. Dost thou hear? Since my dear soul was mistress of her choice and could of men distinguish, she hath sealed thee for herself, for thou hast been one in suffering all that suffers nothing. A man whose fortunes, buffets, and rewards has taken with equal thanks. And blessed are those whose blood and judgment are so well commingled that on fortune's hand they are not a very, very pipe to stop what sound she please. Give me that man that is not passion's slave, and I will wear him in my heart of hearts, as I do thee. Something too much of this. There is a play tonight. Before the king, one scene of it comes near the circumstance which I have told thee of my father's death. I pray you, when thou seest that act afoot, observe mine uncle. Give him heedful note, for I mine eyes will rivet to his face, and after we will both our judgments join in censure of his seeming.
Well, if he steal off the list, the play is playing and escape detecting. I will get to that.
I'm coming to the play. I must be idle. Get you a place. How fares our cousin Hamlet? Excellent in faith.
Come hither, my dear Hamlet. Sit by me.
No, good mother, here's metal more attractive.
Oh ho, do you mark that?
Lady, shall I lie in your lap?
No, my lord.
I mean, my head upon your lap.
Aye, my lord.
Did you think I meant country
I
matters?
think nothing, my lord.
That's a fair thought. To lie between maids' legs.
What is my lord?
Nothing.
You are merry, my lord.
Who, I?
Aye, my lord.
Well, what is a man to do but be merry? For look you, how cheerfully my mother looks, and my father died within these 2 hours.
Nay, 'tis twice 2 months, my lord.
So long. Nay, then let the devil wear black, for I'll have a suit of sables. Oh, heavens, died 2 months ago and not forgotten yet. Then there's hope a great man's memory may outlive his life half a year, but by Our Lady he must build churches, else he shall suffer not thinking on.
For us and for our tragedy, here stooping to your clemency, we beg your hearing patiently.
Is this a prologue or the posy of a ring?
'Tis brief, my lord.
As woman's love.
Faith, I must leave thee, love, and shortly too. My operant powers their functions leave to do, and thou shalt live in this fair world behind, honored, beloved, and happily one is kind. For a husband shalt thou.
Oh, confound the rest. Such a love needs be treason in my breast. And second husband, let me be accursed. None wed the second, but who killed the first.
Wormwood, wormwood. I do believe you think what now you speak, but what we do determine oft break. Purpose is but the slave to memory of violence birth, but poor validity, which now, like fruit unripe, sticks on the tree, and fall unshaken when they mellow be. The violence of either grief or joy, their own enactures with themselves destroy. Where joy most rebels, grief doth most lament. Grief joys, joy grieves, on slender accident. So think thou wilt no second husband wed, but die thy thoughts when thy first lord is dead.
Nor earth to give me food, nor heaven light. Sport and repose lock for me day and night. Both here and hence pursue me lasting strife, if once a widow ever I be wife.
She should break it now.
'Tis deeply sworn, sweet. Leave me here a while. My spirits grow dull and fain it would beguile the tedious day with sleep.
Madam, how do you like this play?
The lady protests too much, methinks.
Oh, but she'll keep her word.
What do you call this play?
The Mousetrap. Mary, how tropically. This is the image of a murder done in Vienna, you shall see anon. And this one is Lucianus, nephew to the king.
You are as good as a chorus, my lord.
I could interpret between you and your love if I could see the puppets dallying.
Martine, my lord.
It would cost you a groaning to take off my edge.
Still better and worse.
So you must take your husband's.
Thoughts, black hands, apt drugs fit in time agreeing, Confederate season else no creature seeing. Thou mixed your rank of midnight weeds collected with Hecate's band, thrice blasted, thrice infected. Thy natural magic and dire property, unwholesome life, usurp immediately.
The king rises.
Where's my lord?
Give over the play! Some light away!
Lights! Lights! Lights!
Oh, good. Horatio. I'll take the ghost's word for £1,000. Let us proceed.
Very well, my lord.
Upon the talk of the poisoning.
I did very well note.
Come, some music! Come! The recorder's for the king, like not the comedy. But then be like he likes it not. Bernie, come! Come, some music!
Good, my lord. Vouchsafe me a word with you.
Sir, a whole history.
The king, sir,
What of him, sir?
is in his retirement marvelous distemper.
Your wisdom should show itself more richer to signify this to his doctor.
Good, my lord, put your discourse into some frame, and start not so wildly for my fame.
I am tame, sir. Renounce.
The queen, your mother, in most great affliction of spirit, hath sent me to you.
You're welcome.
Nay, good my lord, this courtesy is not of the right breed. If it shall please you to make me a wholesome answer, your pardon in my return shall be the end of my business.
Sir, I cannot.
What, my lord?
Make you a wholesome answer, my wit's diseased. But, what answer as I can give my mother, you say.
She desires to speak with you in her closet, ere you go to bed.
Have you any further trade with us?
My lord, you once did love me.
So do I still by these pickers and stealers.
Good, my lord. What is the cause of your distemper?
Sir,
You do, surely, bar the door upon your own liberty, if you deny your griefs to your friends.
sir, I lack advancement.
How can that be, when you have the voice of the king himself for your succession in Denmark?
Hi, but as the grass grows.
the proverb is something musty. Oh, the recorders. Come, let me see one. To draw away with you. Why would you play upon me as if you would draw the wind out of me and drive me into a toil?
Oh, my lord, if my duty be too bold, my love is to a man.
I do not well understand that. Will you play upon this pipe?
My lord, I cannot.
I pray you.
Believe me, I cannot.
'Tis as easy as lying. Govern the ventages with your fingers and thumb. Give a breath with your mouth. And it will discourse most eloquent music. Look you. These are the stops.
These cannot I command any utterance of harmony. I have not the skill.
You would play upon me. You would seem to know my stops. And there's much music, excellent voice in this little organ, yet cannot you make it speak? What do you think I'm easier to be played upon than a pipe? Leave me. I like him not, nor stands it safe with us to let his madness range. Therefore prepare you. I, your commission, hold forth with dispatch, and he to England shall along with you. The terms of our estate cannot endure hazards so dangerous as doth hourly grow out his lunacies.
Will haste us.
My lord, he is going to his mother's closet. To Han Yars I'll convey myself. To hear the process and call upon you ere you go to battle. Tell you what I know.
Thanks, my dear lady. Oh, my offense is rank. It smells to heaven. It hath the primal eldest curse upon it, a brother's murder. Pray can I not, though inclination be as sharp as will, my stronger guilt defeats my strong intent. Like a man to double business bound, I stand in pause where I first begin, both neglect. What if this cursed hand were thicker than itself in brother's blood? Is there not rain enough in the sweet heavens to wash it white as snow? Whereto serves mercy but to confront the visage of my offense? And what's in prayer but this twofold force to be forestalled ere we come to fall, or pardoned being down? Then I'll look up. My faults are past. And what form of prayer can serve my turn? Huh? Forgive me my foul murder! That cannot be, since I am still possessed of the effects for which I did the murder. My crown, mine own ambition, and my queen. What then? What rests? What repentance can you, what can it not when one cannot repent? O wretched state! O bosom black as death! O limed soul that begging to be free art more engaged! Help, angels, make us say. Bow stubborn knees, and heart with strings of steel be soft as sinews of the newborn babe, all may be well. Do it, Pat. Now he's praying. And now I'll do it. So he goes to heaven. And so I am revenged. That would be scanned. A villain kills my father, and I do that same villain send to heaven. No! Upstart and know thou more horrid and when he's drunk, asleep, or in his rage, or in the incestuous pleasure of his bed, then trip him that his heels may kick at heaven, and his soul may be as black and damned as hell whereto he goes. My mother says, this physic but prolongs thy sickly days.
My words fly up, my thoughts remain below. Words without thoughts never to heaven go.
You will come straight. Look, you lay home to him. Tell him his pranks have been too broad to bear with, and that your grace hath screened and stood between much keeping. I'll sconce me even here. Pray you, be round with him.
Mother! Mother! Mother!
Oh, I am coming.
Hamlet, what's the matter? Hamlet, thou hast thy father much offended. Mother, you have my father much offended.
No, Hamlet.
What's the matter now?
Have you forgotten me?
No! By the rude, not so. You're the queen. Your husband's brother's wife. And would it were not so, you are my mother.
Nay, then I'll set those to you that can speak.
Nay, come, sit you down, you shall not budge until I say you have a glass where you may see the inmost part of you.
What will that do? That will not murder. Help!
Help! Help! What help? Help! 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 A rat? Dead! For the second time! Oh! I am slain!
Oh me. What hast thou done?
Nay, I know not. Is it the king?
What a rash and bloody deed is
A bloody deed! Almost as bad, good mother, is kill a king and marry with his brother.
Let's kill a king.
My lady, 'twas my word. Thou wretched, rash, intruding fool! Farewell. I took thee for thy better. The wringing of your hands. Peace, sit you down and let me wring your heart.
What have I done?
That thou darest wag thy tongue in noise so rude against me.
Such an act.
Blurs the grace and blush of modesty, calls virtue hypocrite. Such a deed as from the body of contraction blacks the very soul. Heaven's face doth glow, yea, the solidity and composite mass, with tristful visages, thought sick at the act. I mean, what adds that roars so loud and thunders in the index? Look you. On this
counterfeit presentment of two brothers. Look you, what a grace was seated on his brow, a combination in form and deed, which every god did seem to set his seal to give the world assurance of a man. This was your husband. Look you now, what follows. Here is your husband. Have you eyes? Could you on this fair mountain leave to feed and batten on this moor? Have you eyes? You cannot call it love. For your age the heyday and the blood is tame. It tumble and waits upon the judgment. And what judgment would stoop from this? What devil was it that hath cousin you had been blind? Oh shame, where is thy blood? Oh Hamlet, speak no more.
I want to sit on Mom.
Twist mine eyes into my very soul, and there I see such black, crated spots as one will leave victim. To live in the rank sweat of an enseamed bed, stewed in corruption, honeying and making love over thy nasty stars! Speak no more! These words like daggers enter my nest, the more sweet Hamlet! A murderer and a villain, a slave that is not 20/4 the tenth of your president lord, a vice of kings, no fine of shreds and patches! Save me. Hover over me with your guards. What would your gracious figure? How is it with you, lady? Alas, how's it with you? That you did bend your eye on vacancy, and with the incorporeal air do hold discourse? What gentle sun, whereon do you look? On him. On him. Look you how pale he glares. His form and cause conjoined, preaching to stones could make them capable. Do not look upon me, lest that piteous action will convert my stern effects, then what I have to do will want true help. Tears, for chance, for blood. Do you speak this? Do you see nothing there? Nothing at all. Yet all it is I see. Look you how he steals away. My father! In his heaven as he lived. This is the very coinage of your brain. His body was creation ecstasies, very cunning in ecstasy. My pulse, as your stuff temperately keep time, it is not madness I have uttered. Put me to the test, and I the matter will reword which madness would gamble from. Mother, for love of grace, confess yourself to heaven. Repent what's past, avoid what is to come. Do not spread the compost on the weeds to make them ranker. Forgive me this, my virtue. Let thou hast cleft my heart in twain. Oh, throw away the worser part of it. And let the purer with the other half. Mother, good night. But go not to mine uncle's bed. Assume a virtue if you have it not. So, good night, and when you are desirous to be blessed, all blessing beg of you. For this same lady, I do repent. I will bestow her and will answer well the death I gave her. So, once more, good night. I must be cruel only to be kind. Thus bad begins and worst remains behind. Be thou assured. If words be made of breath, and breath of life, I have no life to breathe. But thou hast said to me. I must to England. You know that. Alack. I had forgotten. So concluded on. His letter sealed in my 2 schoolfellows whom I will trust as I will adders fanged, they bear the mandate. They must sweep my way and marshal me to neighboring notice. Most sweet when in one line 2 crafts directly meet. Mother, good night. Come, man.